Well, guys, today is the first day of Ohio's extended gun season, December 17th. It's my dad's birthday, and I just got the call from him saying he put a buck down. So, sounds like it's a good 10-point, 130-inch something, but we're going to take the RZR out and go grab it. Sounds like a good story. He had to get down out of his tree stand, work all the way out to the field, and took a poke. It's probably 150, 160-yard shot across this field and dropped in his tracks. So, easy track job. Let's go get this sucker.
Camera rolling already?
Camera's rolling.
Camera's rolling. I could hear them smacking antlers from, and it's 200 yards. Yeah. So and there was a couple does running around, but they just kept going. And they're pushing each other across the field, pushing each other back, and that was like at 4 o'clock. So I kept looking that way, and then coming out of that corner, here comes a buck, and I'm like, I just got a glance of his antlers. I'm like, oh, it's a shooter. So then there was 2 other bucks right behind him, and they kind of were coming up through, and they were only about 70 yards out, but I couldn't pick out which one was the shooter. And I was on him at one time with my scope, and I'm like, I don't know if that's him or not. I'm like, you know, and I could see his body, but I couldn't see his head. And then he went forward a little farther. I could see his head, and I couldn't see his body, you know. And I'm like, all right. And then I never had another shot at him, and then he disappeared. So it's like 5. That was like 4:30, 4:45. So I'm sitting in my tree stand, and I'm like, you know what? I bet you them deer are just gonna go right out the front and feed in that fresh wheat field. I'm like, I bet you they're gonna be out there. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna sit here till dark. I'm like, no, I'm gonna climb down. I'm gonna climb down. I'm like, there's snow on the ground. I'm like, I'm just gonna creep up to that corner, you know. So I climb down right at 5 o'clock, and I creep up to that corner, and I look in the field, and boom, there's 3 bucks standing in the field, all the way across the field, right along the fence rail. So I couldn't really make them out. I put my binoculars on. I'm like, oh, the first one's a shooter. He's a good deer. So it's about 5:15 now. So I put my crosshairs on him, and I'm like, man, that's a pretty far shot. I pull the trigger, click, got the safety on. I son of a gun. So cock the hammer back, shut the safety off, put the crosshairs on him again, and boom, pull the trigger, boom, he just drops. Just dropped right down. But I cannot find a bullet hole in this deer. I flipped him over 3 times, 4 times. I cannot find a bullet hole in this deer. We go back there, the thing didn't get up and walk away. There is no bullet hole in this deer. I think it had a heart attack and dropped.
Oh boy.
There's no blood. It's not even coughing up blood. We gotta go see where I hit this deer, man, because it's the craziest thing. There is no bullet hole. You know, when I was standing there, I'm like, man, it's my birthday, and there's a good shooter standing in front of me. I gotta take him, you know. That's a birthday present. And it's probably the best deer that I've actually had a shot at this whole year.
All right.
Good deer. Huh? I mean, this was the side I was looking at right here. This is on my. This is the side I shot.
Just nothing, huh? Wow. Especially with like a 45-70.
45-70. It was at the other side, because that's the side I hit. Right there.
Yep.
I freaking spined him.
It didn't go through. What a little tiny hole though.
Damn, that's right where I was aiming. Not bad. Look at that. He did not drop an ounce of blood. I freaking put it right in his spine. That's why he dropped, he paralyzed, and he died right away because it cut his spinal cord.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that episode. I know Dad was pumped. Here in Ohio, we still got a few weeks left of season. I know Gavin's been hunting his tail off, and me and Drake have been going out quite a bit to try to shoot some does. And I might have shot one the other day. So stick with us. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.